So welcome back, dear viewers, to another scene for Lost Cub, which we are setting in beautiful, as you can see, shit side of Roanoke tonight. Tonight, because it is, in fact, nighttime. We got this classy, mostly fucked up neon. That's not even. Is that neon? We're not asking questions. It's lit up, okay? The sign's lit up. Just accept it. The sign's lit up. And it is exactly as bad as it looks. And this is the area in which we will find our intrepid Anton, who is scoping out the area, as it were. He's been swinging by at nights to keep an eye on the place, and apparently staying late enough to see where people go as it closes. So he's managed to roll around, subtle-like, and using one of, snagging one of Suzanne's cameras, the one that does have the night filter, though he may actually have to use his phone for some of these, just because, well, there's enough lighting in the area that night vision doesn't really always work. Some places it will, darker alleys and stuff, it'll help. But out here where you've got, the occasional street light, or in this case, the lit sign, it's just too bright for the night vision to pick much up. But he has camped out and snagged photos of, as many of the local street cameras as he could, which, to be fair, is pretty much just traffic cams. This is not a high-rent side of town. But there are traffic cams. He's managed to snag a lot of photos of all sorts of just gross people walking into and out of this club. We're calling it a club. It's a strip joint. It's just a strip joint. Maybe some stuff on the side, but strip joint. So he's been doing that. He's gotten a couple of repeat offenders that come in on the regular. He won't have seen the girls coming in from this door, nor the bartender. I imagine after a night or two, he would have the sense to roll around and try to find a place to set up to watch the back door. I'm just going to give that to you, because Anton is not a moron. So you've managed to see them coming in and out. And most of what you found, it's not that hard to get pictures of the different cars and just mark who gets into which one. You can easily take pictures of the cars while they're unattended, especially once the owners walk inside. You can also follow the bartender home at least once, but that's the thing. He may pause to talk with some of the girls in the parking lot, but he doesn't follow them to wherever they're going. He's not their pimp. He doesn't just stake up outside. No, he goes home to his lovely little dump with his equally attractive wife, and yeah, he just lives in a shit place on the shit side of town. Must not make that much money bartending in a crappy strip joint. The girls do, head out each night, and because you don't need to follow him on the regular, are you following them?
Yes.
Then yeah, now and again, sometimes they just, head right into a residential area. They don't always go to the same place. They do have clients on the side. Sometimes it is literally driving to someone's home. Other times it is Skeezy Motel number 3 over there. And there's not a lot to see. It's them meeting various Johns and getting some money on the side.
Okay.
But between all this, and considering that you've made a habit of it, and you made a call. You made a call, and she appreciates you for that. But as you're staked out tonight doing your usual, propped up in your car, got your fucking, soda or whatever, got your snacks and shit, just so you don't lose your goddamn mind. Probably got a game on your phone for when you're, not doing anything else. As another person heads in, why don't you roll me an alertness there, buddy? Buddy pal friend?
Sure. Yeah, at least 3.
Oh boy. Oh, Jesus, I need to just scroll. I mean, yeah, even at a distance in the dark, that's 2 9s, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who that is. It's not that she goes inside. In fact, what she does is she she did get a warning, so instead she just stacks up outside the place like any number of people do when they come out for a smoke. Just, grabs herself a section of wall, pops against it, and uses, one of those little electric lighters and lights up a cigarette and casually has herself a smoke.
He watches, doesn't move, doesn't give himself away. Just staring, probably through the camera lens.
Oh, he absolutely can. Are you watching for anything in particular?
Yes. So, nah, just watching her. Watching how people interact with her and shit. If they interact with her at all.
I mean, thankfully, this is a dump side of town. But she is a very attractive lady and leaning on the outside of a strip joint. So yeah, she catches some attention. Though you'll note that she does wave it off, or even at one point, chokes up on the handles of her fucking bag like she's about to fucking swing on a guy. But brushes them off.
I can't wait to see any of the people from the barman or do you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. Like seeing from who exactly from the establishment is coming to talk to her, if they do at all.
I mean, how long are you waiting?
As long as it takes, Katie. I'm a patient man.
I mean, she stands out there. Apparently, I mean, little did you know, apparently she's a chain smoker, aka is just, I mean, you're not stupid. It's just finding a way to fucking casually hang around without grabbing any incredible attention.
Mm-hmm.
And she acknowledges people that pass by that acknowledge her, but keeps her head ducked and just kind of does her own thing.
Just wonders what the fuck she's doing. You know what I mean? Fucking with his ducky, Katie.
Oh yeah.
He's just staring at her.
And you see her pull out her phone after maybe an hour. She just tugs out her phone. You're chewing idly on her lip as she pulls it up, starts typing.
Quickly puts his phone on fucking silent, as if he didn't have it already on silent, just to be sure it's on silent. You know what I mean? Turns the brightness all the way down and everything.
He's here frantically fucking with his settings. She's just tip-tapping away. And yeah, by the time she shoves it back in her pocket, and as yet another person comes in, she'll, send it off, and sure enough, your phone, you get the little screen light up or whatever you've got it set on for getting a new message. And she kind of glances aside as someone swoops in again with, I mean, if you're still watching, a vaguely peeved look, and eventually just kind of blows a cloud of smoke in his face, tells him, essentially to go kick dirt.
Yeah, and you'll look at the old message.
It just says, I expected it to be more exciting.
Messages are back. Stakeouts usually are not that exciting.
And she, pulls out her phone. She doesn't have her silenced. Pulls out her phone, glances at it. And there's a smirk kind of crooks up on one side of her face. She types back as she, the bright blue eyes flick up, starting to examine the various vehicles in the area because he said stakeout. And the reply you get back is, you made it sound so exciting.
It's just the first stage. Rating party's not ready yet. I'm doing my job.
And yeah, she's just idly puttering on her phone now. Still has like the cigarette hanging out of her fingers, and is, I mean, keeping a careful eye on it because that would suck. But continues putzing on the phone. Sounds boring.
It's not that bad. I actually get quite a thrill out of it, really.
Again, there's, yeah, I mean, you can see the smirk crawl up the side of her face, and she's again, you'll see her glance up now and again, eyeballing the various cars to see if any of them are familiar, eyeballing to see if she can see a figure in the window, because she's not going to see that much at fucking night.
Nope.
So where is he parked? You said he was a good bit away.
I'm a good block away, but I kept it in distance. And my car is fucking dark, lights off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you have the car off entirely.
I
Yeah.
ain't smoking or anything. I am just watching. And like I'm dressed all in black. I am hard to fucking spot, Katie.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not like she's really peering that hard. She's just kind of glancing at the nearby vehicles. Curiously. Got a big old, like, one of those chick knee length, winter coats on. And she flicks a glance up at the sign and then back towards the door again. Sends a message. Is it that interesting?
It's interesting to see what people do. Get to study them. Because I know what's about to happen next once we're all ready to go.
And she, I mean, grinning, types "do you" and like French inhales just because she's curious if she can provoke a response.
He just types back, "Yep." Oh, do I?
A thoughtful head tilt. Another glance at the door. See her shrug. And yeah, she indulges her curiosity. Strides in.
Anton stares up from the fucking camera, like rolling his eyes, like for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Why are you fucking with my shit? That's basically him at the minute.
Are you gonna go anywhere?
He waits for about 10 minutes, like, all right, Anton, should we not? Should we do? Fuck it! Gets out of the car grumbling. No, Anton, don't go in there to the fucking sexy vampire. Just does the Bill impression. He's walking.
Yep. You good to go in, buddy? This classy joint here.
He walks in, grumbling like, Anton, don't hit me.
All right, give me an alertness as you walk in.
For
Oh yeah. I mean, she's not a hard spot in the first place because she is now, let's face it, the most attractive thing in the building. Yeah, she sat herself off down the bar, probably to try to avoid some interaction. Not that it's helping over much with the staring. It does not help either that under the very long coat she is wearing a very short dress. And she has, I mean, like a drink in hand. She's obviously interacted with the bartender and is just enjoying her drink and eyeballing the place and just looking so skeptical, like, ugh. Like you can see it.
Anton casually avoids her and goes to get a drink. I guess, yeah, that's right. Totally ignored you.
Yeah. She'll, I mean, make a glance over. The eyebrows kind of lift. And yeah, she keeps her feet hooked up and just watches. Because yeah, you totally didn't come in here because of me. Mm-hmm. We'll
Nope.
see how long it takes. Sips drink.
Orders a drink. Says to himself, we're not going over there. Takes a long swig of it. Just walked in to do some personal scouting. Takes another long drink. That's all we did.
Man, she is smiling at her drink and at her phone.
Just, we'll casually start chatting to the fucking bartender because fuck it, he might as well do some actual like hard digging and work and shit.
How distracted are you?
Pretty. She's parent 5, Katie.
She takes a selfie. She sends it to him.
Just looks down at the phone and just takes a long drink. Nope,
It's
not going over there. Nope.
the selfie. The accompanying text is, man, must be awful lonely on that end of the bar.
Locks his phone screen.
You hear her snicker. Meanwhile, I mean, hey. Hey, buddy.
Yo, hey.
What can I get you?
Just something strong. Am I gonna need it?
Everyone's ordering strong drinks lately. Go figure. And yeah, he fucking goes off and you didn't specify, so he'll go get some of the good shit because it's more expensive.
So
Get you
how's
some top
business?
shelf. Oh, it's business. Can't complain.
Anyone coming in unusually lately?
I mean, unusually, he just kind of like waves a hand to the fucking crowd over by the stage. I suppose it depends on what you'd call unusual. That's pretty unusual. Kind of casually jerks a thumb over to where Renee's sitting,
I
or
mean,
gives a little head bob that way, so it's not super blatant.
Anton's like, I am not looking in that direction because I would not stop staring. Um, just nods. Yeah. Anyone of the more, we'll just say, wilder category in terms of the local gang population, I assume. As he takes a slow sip of the drink.
I mean, unusual? Nah.
Oh, what type of people come here usually? If you don't mind me asking, of course. He'll casually slide the fucking $50 over the table. Like, I didn't. It's not a bribe. You're a bribe.
No, I'm not. This isn't a bribe. You're a bribe. It's fucking beautiful. And of course, as per usual, he just tucks that right in his pocket, right like he do. Just boop. Oh well, I mean, you got the usual. Got a couple guys from down on Fifth Street come up once in a while. They seem to like chastity. Okay. Well, I get the feeling they only come down here when they're low on the luck, though, because pretty affordable. You know what I mean?
Oh. Wondering, could you make sure they come here on a specific day if you were so inclined?
I mean, make them come down here.
I mean, not make them. What is this? I mean, what I'm saying is make sure they're here after all. As Anton gets ready his fucking persuasion. Oh yeah, that's activated. And I will roll some manipulation expression, Katie.
Oh, really?
Leans forward. Um, you know, after all, well, I need to meet them for business, and if we make sure that we pay enough here, it's good business for everybody, including you. Especially if we have a bartender who keeps the drinks flowing and the girls. Well, the girls keep on coming, don't they?
Oh, well, when you put it that way, I mean, there's certain nights we have certain deals, and they're more likely to come around. I mean, I couldn't guarantee it. It's not like I've got an
How about
ear,
you?
but
I'm sure you could, though, if you put the right word out there. After all, I can. If you make money, that means the girls make money, and that means again you make the money.
You know, you do speak my language. But, I mean, like I said, it's not like I'm a member. It's not like I got a real ear on anyone. I could just,
Oh, oh no, but I'm sure you could just slide it out there enough for a hungry dog like them to chase on it.
I could mention a thing or two to a person who may know a person who might be able to get the words in the right ear.
Oh, of course, as he just slides the $100 over.
In fact, I know, as he's tucking it into his pocket, in fact, I know just the fucking guy.
See, easy like that.
What kind of night are you looking to come in and do some business?
Hmm.
Could set you up with a VIP room.
VIP room would be lovely. After all, we'd all want to sit down together.
After all, of course you
Mm-hmm.
would.
Smile. That predator-like smile, Katie. Like, yes. Put us all in a room together. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, he's okay with you being predatory as fuck. That's what he makes his money off of. He doesn't seem shaken at all. He's got a pretty decent willpower, let's face it.
Well, how about this, my good man? This is not the type of place that we discuss business deals like this. What is there? You have a back room, right?
I mean, like I said, we got a VIP lounge. And of course, we got the rooms for the girls.
Oh, of course. No, I mean you and me. After all, we look around very casually. Anyone could be listening.
Anyone indeed.
So, you got a back room?
I could meet you in one of the girls' rooms on my break if you like. Maybe we
Sure.
drop back for a smoke.
How about we do this out back after all? What actually, out of my success rolls, do I know there's a camera right outside the back door? Yeah.
I mean, they don't have shit for security. It's a crappy
Perfect.
joint.
Perfect. Back door is fine. He's like, yeah, back door, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I'll let you know when I'm going on my break then.
Perfect. And Tom will just nod and, pay for another drink and, casually turn, looking at the fucking bar, thinking, yes, yes, good. I'm going to hurt you. You know what I mean?
He, of course, skitters off and is refilling other people's drinks. Has to go through a whole fucking song and dance of mixing one for Renee because fuck it, she can. And yes, she does get this top shelf liquor because the rest of it is garbage. So as opposed to just filling off a beer or a fucking shot, he actually mixes her a fucking drink, sets it over. And she's so sweet. Look at that smile. Pays him his money. Give me an alertness check just for fun.
I don't see it.
Nope, that is okay. I'll let you have a primal alertness check too, actually. Actually, I don't know if that one would provoke it. I guess it would,
Fuck
since
it,
you're
I'm
not the
rolling.
target. Fuck it. Do it. I
Oh,
mean, she does something while she's smiling so sweetly and taking her drink and giving him his money.
can I take a rage?
You can.
Because in Anton's mind, she's trying to fuck with his shit. You know what I mean? Like he specifically warned her, like, we are about to raid this area. If you don't want shit here, back off. And she's coming here fucking with, I think that's pretty
Yeah.
justifiable to take a rage.
Yeah.
I will have to
If he
roll.
is that angry about it, he absolutely
Yeah.
can.
I mean, he doesn't know if this place is hers or not, and thankfully I don't frenzy. But oh boy,
He's pretty
oh dear.
mad. I
Hmm.
mean, she doesn't prolong for the sake of his seeing. She doesn't prolong the interaction at all. I mean, something goes off, but there's no tangible effect at all. She just goes back to idly drinking and kind of looking over at the stage like, oh, people are paying money for this. This is
Just
sad.
it's just an eye twitch. You know what I mean? The glass starts to shake a bit. You know what I mean? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
Just cracks his neck. Like, no. It's fine. It's fine. Nope. Nope.
So what you doing, buddy? Just waiting for Dude Face to go on break, staying on your end of the bar?
Yep. Right now he is, yeah, like a fucking seething giant waiting.
Yeah, Renee doesn't do anything else, especially provocative. She just sits there and enjoys her fucking drink, and admittedly is just kind of seeing how long Anton wants to play the game. So fuck it. This one she takes longer with because the way they charge for decent liquor here is outrageous. But sooner or later, your lovely bartender will come back by and give a flip over your coaster and just be like, I'll be back in 10.
Anton just casually gets up, follows after. Just casually.
So casually. So yeah, another guy slides in, he slides out, and yeah, he just makes his way back through the hallway with all the rooms, tugging out his cigarettes as he goes. It just heads for the door at the end.
Yep.
Give me a quick alertness. You'll see that when
Uh,
he nudges the door open, he doesn't hit the bar. He just, puts a hand on the door. It doesn't seem to have any real hitch or lock on it. Just presses it open.
Noted.
And yeah, he'll even make room for you to follow him out. And then what he does is nudges they've got like just a fucking, it looks like it's a piece of fucking asphalt. It's not even a rock, really. There's just a piece of asphalt there that he like nudges with his shoe into the door to keep it cracked. And then, and yeah, just pops over to the side and, goes to light his fucking cigarette. And once he's
Yep.
got it lit, unless you're going to jump him immediately.
No, I just calmly stand there for a bit, and he'll just go say as he takes a cigarette himself because nicotine steadies those rage nerves. Takes a log like, so I want to have a little proposition for you.
All right, I'm happy to hear it. What you got?
I will proceed to roll strength intimidation, Katie. I will spend a rage to move lightning fast. Assuming my rage counts as successes as well on intimidation,
Yes,
since
it
he's
does.
so that's 1, 2, 3, and I have 4 rage at the minute. It's 1, 2, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 6 successes.
Okay.
So the hence why I'm spending the rage is that he will move forward and twist the guy's arm so against the wall. It's like so fucking fast and powerful. Actually, would the 10 pop for iron grip as well?
Yeah, if you're going for a grappling maneuver, sure.
Yeah, definitely. So that's 7 successes.
I mean, he didn't see that coming, not even a mile away. So, I mean, are you saying anything as you do it?
No, for now it's silent.
You,
And
yeah, you twist him around and slam him up against the wall. He's like, "Whoa, hey, there's no need for any manhandling. I'm all ears. I'm all ears."
now, here is what's going to happen. You're going to make sure these people turn up to that bar in the VIP room. The people I want, the regulars from those gangs, are going to turn up here. We're going to pay for the drinks. And you, and whatever girl you like, whatever girl you value here, whatever her name is, Chastity, well, you're going to walk out
Okay, I gotcha.
and you're going to wait. I'm a sense form him, actually, first of all, before I say walk out. Perception cult, if I remember. No, it's intelligence cult. What's sense form again? Is intelligence or perception? I
Let
can't
me look.
never remember.
This is why I made this list, so I had easy fucking goes on it. I think the first place it'll show up is in this list. So it is perception occult.
It's anyway.
That is okay. Even with base diff, you are good. He's got the fucking same really nasty layer that everyone else is kind of wearing in the area. The building's wearing it, the asphalt's wearing it. It's gross around here.
Actually, Anton will just smile savagely because the guy's back is behind him. Like he can't see what Anton's saying, like Anton's face. Actually, no. You're gonna wait in there and make sure that Chastity is well taken care of among your friends.
Okay, okay, I gotcha.
You call the cops and you're dead.
Yep, yep.
You let them know what's about to happen and you're dead.
Yeah, of course, of
And your
course.
and your wife is dead as well.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll roll
He
charisma intimidation
deflates a
this time.
little.
I'll roll charisma this time. With the 4 rage, that's 5 successes.
Yep. See, I mean, he's cowed as shit.
What you're gonna do then, before we even get in that room, is when they arrive and they go to that VIP room, is you're gonna lock both doors and you're gonna switch off all the fucking cameras. Understand me?
Yeah, no problem, no problem. You loud and clear.
What are you gonna do?
Lock the doors, switch off the cameras, and go and wait at the
Good.
bar
No. You wait in the room.
in the room. Like
Yeah,
there's the little guy's back, like what in the room?
in
But
the fucking room.
yeah, yeah, I got you. There's a personal bar. There's no problem, no problem.
After all, I need somebody I can trust in there, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Good. Wonderful. Now, but you make sure those doors to here and that front door are locked, and those cameras better be fucking off.
The doors to the building, not the doors to the room.
Building.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Think you can do that?
I mean, I'm just saying it'd be harder to do without people asking questions when it's the doors to the building. I mean, we'd still be open for business. It'd be
That's
real
another
strange
five.
if suddenly people
It's,
couldn't get in and out.
it's another 5 successes as he leans in. I mean, I even know where you live and what you were eating last night. Which makes what looks to be a nice set of meal. Maybe I should go and have a visit.
Nah. Whatever you like, man. The front door it is. Back door it is. No problem.
After all, with this cold weather and all that, you got to keep things legit. Having break-ins and all that, you can't take the risk of the customer.
Of course. Of course. I'll, uh, I'll figure out something to tell the bouncer. It's no problem. It's no problem at all. No problem.
Tell the bouncer to come inside, after all. It's very important. Tell them just you need a bit of extra security inside.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah. No problem. No problem. No problem at all.
good. Because remember, you fuck me on this. And your wife and you won't even see me coming next time.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
And Anton, you know what? He won't break the arm, but man, does Anton. I imagine just with strength alone, that pressure, just
I
the
mean,
slight.
he yelps. It's not hard.
Just whisper. Remember that pain. After all, next time you won't hear it. As he walks back inside.
Yeah, let him go. The poor guy just like shakily with his good arm picks the cigarette back up. Like, yep, nothing's wrong here. You head back in.
Just cracks his neck as he's walking.
Yep, it is. Yet again, you are back in this very classy establishment. Very nice.
Just takes a long drag, like. As he, orders another drink. I don't know whether Renee's watching him or not.
Is he looking?
Yeah, fuck it.
Give me a peony to catch it. Because she hasn't moved. She's in the exact same spot. Yeah, you'll catch
One,
it.
yeah,
As you walk in and
four.
like do the initial scan, um, she flicks you kind of a curious glance, seeing you go out with the bartender and walk back in alone. It's just curious little glance, but doesn't say anything, doesn't move. Takes a sip out of her drink, promptly, quote, loses interest again, and lets you do your thing.
Takes a long swig of the drink, and you lean forward. So what's Chastity doing tonight?
I I do not have another bartender image for you, so whoever the fuck that is, uh, proceeds to like kind of like pull up his sleeve, take a glance at his watch. It's like, she's on in about 5.
She free later?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to get a dance?
Nah, something else.
Ah, well, give me one moment. And I mean, this guy obviously isn't the primary bartender and doesn't do as much of this, so he literally you'll see him like go over to like where he's got the books and whatnot, and like actually flicks through like there's a little schedule booklet or something.
Yeah, he just
And
nods to himself as Anton has a plan.
a plan. And yeah, he flicks through and looks at it, comes back over. He's like, "Oh, she is busy for about 30 minutes after close, so if you're willing to wait, I'm sure she can meet you wherever."
I'll wait. Tell her to meet at the usual motel she uses.
No problem, no problem. You putting a deposit up front, or are you just gonna pay her there?
I'll pay her there.
All right. And yeah, I mean, he legit goes back and like takes a note in the little booklet and continues to, Actually, before he walks away, we'll say, anything I can get you.
Yeah, another shot in a beer.
Shot and beer coming up. And yeah, he goes off, and as he's putting the things together, pauses for a moment to write the scheduled little rendezvous in the booklet, and yeah, brings you your drinks.
Takes a long drink of just downs the shot, no turn, looking over at Renee as he takes a swig of the beer.
She's still just kind of in awe of what a fucking dumpster fire this place is. I mean, you can tell. This is not like positive awe. This is just like looking around like, oh. Like you can tell she's sitting in that way where it's like she is very good at making it look casual, but she is making as little physical contact with as many things as possible. Like, oh, I'm going to come out of this with AIDS by association. This is awful.
Walks over, fuck it. Got time to kill.
And yeah, when you finally do come over, she just kind of looks a glint on. Hey, fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I bet.
As boring as previously advertised, looks like.
Not for me.
Get you to a brief glimpse back down the hallway.
He sits down. Like I said, this place is about to have a serious revamp.
Oh. Well, I do hope I'm not in the way of construction.
Just don't be here on a certain day and you won't be.
Well, as soon as I know what that certain day is, I will make sure I pencil it into my schedule to be anywhere but here.
Well, make sure your people aren't here either, because just look over as he takes a swig. Be an awful shame to see what happens to them.
No, I don't. She just kind of gives a hand wave. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm just making sure, after all. Making sure you're informed. Wasn't asking permission, I'm just letting you know what the situation is.
She kind of glimpses over with a. There's that little dangerous twinkle when he says, "I'm not asking permission," because she didn't bring it up. I'll make sure I'm not underfoot.
Good.
I want to know how you came across a place like this. She kind of like takes a little bit of a sip and glances around like, ugh.
You wouldn't understand.
Hmm. Well, that's a shame.
And like your kind does. Look over.
How do you
Besides,
know?
takes a draw. Fuck it, take a swig of a cigarette. Hmm. You ever cleansed the place before?
No.
Remove the filth.
As much as it looks like it could use it, and for what it's worth, she kind of is glancing around the audience, which is just such a lovely group of people. No,
Hmm. Then you won't understand.
I suppose I won't. I'm not
Plus, it's
exactly the purging type.
plus it's a statement. After all, can't let everybody know that we're not around now, don't can we?
You do seem to be very keen on making a statement.
Have to. Otherwise, people like you would tear us apart.
That's not very nice.
I know. It takes a drink.
Fixes him with this incredible fucking pout. Now, why do you have to be like that? It's just mean spirited.
Considering I found one of my friends in your whatever the fuck she was to
Ah,
use basement. Let's just say I'm a little touchy with other members of your kind.
I would hope that you have a pretty sterling example of the fact that we're not all the same.
Like I said, other members.
Don't you worry, no one I know about is going to care about a place like this.
Good. Just make sure they know whose territory it's going to be after.
Oh, you've made it abundantly clear.
I'm sure you've seen the markings.
Oh, they have. Strange how new gangs just pop up left and right.
Does it have them nervous?
I may or may not have kept a few things under my hat.
Interesting. Why was that?
Peers over, adopts the very playful smile. Well, what do all your friends think of me?
Most of them want to kill you.
Hmm. There's kind of the eyebrow pop, like, oh, great. Nothing worse than that. Just like, oh, stellar. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I'll imagine how some of my friends might feel if they knew we were having a bit of pillow talk here and there.
I can imagine.
Hmm. Does take some imagining.
Smirking.
Again, you catch a little bit of the lip bite. She's not making light of it. It's definitely a thing. But it doesn't seem to dissuade her in the least. Go figs.
Well, good thing you're knowing who you belong to at least. A wink as he takes a drink.
No, are you still interested? She
Look
like
over.
pops the elbow on the counter, puts her chin in her hand. Again, it's just the most clear, playful smile.
I mean, if that's your answer, well then, shit. Guess I have more work cut out for me.
Well, if you didn't have to put in any effort, it wouldn't be any fun.
I mean, I thought I'd pretty much proven myself already, but okay.
Oh well, you know everyone says absence makes the heart grow fonder, but I think they're full of shit.
Oh, why have I been absent from you?
I have. Sheba fixes a mild pout, just
Well,
the tiniest press of the lower lip.
considering our last day got interrupted.
I'd say it was a worthy interruption.
It was.
And she kind of takes a thoughtful sip and glances back. And you're not going to ask
Ask what?
what happened to those other 5 people.
Do I want to know?
I mean, I assume so. Just the idle shrug.
Look over at her. Do I want to know?
I mean, nothing exciting, especially.
Well, there you go then. I imagine it's very doubtful that you killed them all.
No, like I said, I'm not the purging type.
And there you go then. And I don't need to know. Not yet.
There's a little bit of a lean in. You do trust me a little.
I trust that you're not a bloodthirsty killer, yes?
I'd say
Or
that's a
try,
pretty solid start.
or try not to be.
Standby is still a pretty solid start. They took it back a notch.
Hey, we all got urges. We all have things we can't control.
Do we?
I've seen how bloodthirsty your kind is.
I mean, she's licking her teeth a bit. Are we?
Yeah.
Did you?
Considering you'll turn over quite coldly. Considering your, well, we'll say deceased sister had her men beat down on that one of my people. Like she was just a piece of meat. And then, had people in a fucking van that she was going to make God knows what out of them. And then considering they wanted to take several of us and make us into their little playthings. Oh, I know exactly how bloodthirsty you people are.
Hmm. Here, I thought you meant something else by bloodthirsty. I just call that cruel, inhumane, perhaps in desire for power, but not what I thought you meant by bloodthirsty.
Well, considering they were so eager to kill me the entire time.
Hmm. No, I thought there was just more implication, but you're not wrong. That'll sip. Not
Well,
about her, anyways.
so forgive me if I don't be colored by the experiences that I've seen.
Hmm. I suppose so. Shame.
What you mean, shame? Look over?
Hardly the finest first impression we could have made.
No. There is you, and you have been entertaining. So there is that.
A broad smile hits her for a moment. I do strive to be entertaining.
Mm.
After all, one has to make oneself worth keeping. Gives a firm little nod.
And are you worth keeping?
Am I? Leans
I don't
in.
know. I was asking you.
Well, call me vain, but I do like to think so.
And why is that?
big shrug. Well, if you don't know, I haven't been doing very well, have I?
I was just curious what your answer would be.
I know. Shoots a smile. That'd take all the
You don't
fun
know.
right out of it, wouldn't it?
He just shrugs, I suppose.
Can't go killing the fun.
Who said we
If it's
were?
not fun, why do it?
Who said we were?
The bit of the little measuring look. Still looking fairly entertained. Still wearing a mild grin. It's the most entertained she's looked in this establishment this whole time. You dead set on sticking around here? I'm pretty sure I could contract something just by touching this counter long enough.
I have to deliver a message. Make sure that I put someone on a straighter path. You're welcome to watch if you want.
Oh?
Like I said, I'm here to make sure someone is on a straighter path.
Oh, this I do want to see.
Sure.
And yeah, she sidles up alongside you, essentially stool to stool, just because it helps dissuade some of the interest. But yeah, for what it's worth, at parties and stuff among a cleaner crowd, she loves the attention. But here it's no.
Okay, yeah, he'll wait till fucking your one's available.
It's one of those things where it's going to be after closing.
Yep, he'll get in his car to drive to that motel.
And she follows part way as you exit the building. She glance over. Fancy giving a girl a ride?
Get in.
A bit of a smile, and yeah, she hops right into the passenger seat. She's very curious now.
Anton will casually take the fucking revolver out of the glove compartment and put it behind his underneath the back of the pants.
This is something she watches with interest.
She lights a cigarette, he'll drive to that motel.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you go to light the cigarette. I'll give you I guess peony to catch it.
Sorry, what did you say?
You can peony.
Okay.
Mr. Butt, while you're lighting your cigarettes. Oh yeah, there's even a 9 in there, yeah. It's one of those things where she sees you pull out a cigarette and, turns a glance out the window, but still it's the tiniest little twitch of a flinch when she hears the flint go. She knows it's there, even if she's not looking at it.
Yeah, he'll make note of it. Won't do anything with it, but he'll make note of it.
I mean, he's found out before.
Yeah,
but
he's observing where the fear starts. Observing, studying.
Yeah, it is a tiny tick, but yeah, especially with a 9 in there, you're gonna catch it. So yeah, you drive off to an appropriately dumpy motel.
Yeah, he'll wait and see her go to the apartment. He'll get out very casually and start walking over.
And Renee waits a minute, lets you get a head start, and then you'll hear the car door open and shut.
Yeah, I'm assuming Chastity will meet him at the door.
Yes. So yeah, you head up to the motel room, and sure enough, you knock on the appropriate door, and there she is in all of her MILF glory.
He'll walk in, very casually, keeping calm.
Yeah, I mean, she lets him in, and takes a glance outside, shuts the door, doesn't seem set off by anything.
And he'll As she's turning around, I imagine like he'll hand her the cash first because that's the way they always do it. I think. I don't know. I'm not experiencing this.
It's one of those things where you gotta like hand her the cash, and honestly, she like opens her mouth to ask, gets handed a wad of cash, and counts it up to see essentially how much you're paying for.
It's decent enough. Decent time.
Yeah, she like counts it up, shrugs, shoves it into her purse.
When she's turning though, takes out the gun, casually puts it to the back of her head, very casually, very coldly, with precision.
Yeah, it's one of those things where she does like the half turn to go shove it into her, her purse. Doesn't even like try to put it into a wallet or anything. Just goes to like roughly shove it into the top. And then I'm not gonna lie to you. She feels the cool touch by the side of her head, and she's like, "What the fuck are you?" Oh, like goes to turn. She won't realize until she's gotten around to where she can see it.
Now remain calm.
Let's see how well she remains calm. She remains surprisingly calm. Her eyes are massive, and almost immediately the hands have like kind of jerked up.
Give me your purse.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Here you go. And she just reaches out and snags it and thrusts it out at him, full arm's length.
Keeping the cigarette in his mouth, he takes a drag out of it casually as he will flick through the purse looking for ID.
And I mean, you start rifling through the purse, and she's like, you don't got to do this. I could just go.
Shh. Shh. Keep quiet. Don't speak till I speak.
Yeah, okay. Little nod.
You flick through till he sees like a full name, like a proper name.
Yeah, you'll eventually like. It's not that hard to. I mean, it's a chick's purse, so it's Cthulian fucking maze. But yeah, you'll eventually find like a wallet.
Flicks it open, essentially read out loud her name.
It's just a slow nod.
So, is there anything distinctive from that wallet, like old IDs? What am I looking at?
I mean, you're looking at a pretty just. I mean, it's a beat up wallet. It's got like some little like savings cards in it for different, shopping places, like their little, membership card bullshit. There's probably like some credit card in there, a pretty decent amount of cash. I mean, admittedly, you're seeing like ones and stuff like just kind of thrust into the purse, but she has some of it converted to like 20s and shit and in the wallet. But I mean, nothing really crazy. There's some coupons in there. But nothing super distinctive, at least not in the billfold.
You just say very casually, so, Chastity, I'm going to ask you a question. If I don't get an answer to that question, you're going to die.
I mean, are you looking back up at her as you speak?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the mascara is running, we'll put it that way.
I will plug this round right into the side of your skull if you don't answer me this question.
Yeah, okay.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Uh, when I was a kid?
Teenager? Anything like that?
I mean, I wanted to be a cowgirl when I was like 5.
Think harder than that.
I, I,
School. What did you want to be?
I wanted to, dance for real.
What stopped you?
I mean, and school's expensive.
Mm,
College was expensive.
got a lot of money.
It's not enough for college.
It's a start to stay.
Besides,
It's a start. Get a proper job, work for it, and enough motivation, you could get it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, if you'd rather die right here, right now.
The head starts
The,
just shaking. She doesn't even like. Yes, there's a gun pointed at her head, but she's not thinking. She's like, I mean, there's more mascara running. She's
in the back of some cheap, singy motel where nobody will freaking even know that you're dead.
see how she's holding up. That's not as good. Yeah, it's one of those things where like there's been some tears just out of straight terror, but the more you rub it in, she starts kind of breaking down. Like she starts kind of to cry properly.
So, you got a choice, don't you?
Yeah,
You're gonna succeed,
yeah.
change your life, or
Just so much rapid nodding.
you can die right here, right now. Clicks the hammer back.
You click the hammer back. She almost immediately just kind of like collapses onto the floor in straight fear. Like stark fucking terror. Starts crying even more audibly.
I'm gonna keep some of this wallet. I'm gonna keep your stripper ID thing, whatever wage badge you have. In 6 weeks, if I don't hear, I'll check in. You've quit this place and you're on your way to become a proper dancer, to schooling or whatever. You'll be dead.
There's a lot of panicked nodding and, I mean, bawling.
Now, pick up your shit and go the fuck home. And tomorrow, well, you know what to do, don't you?
More frantic nodding.
Go on.
It actually takes her a minute. Not because she's not willing to go. She kind of scrambles a bit, but it looks like seriously her legs won't hold her right now. She is scared out of her fucking mind.
Keep in mind, I know where you live. 6 weeks. You work. You fucking change yourself. Now go.
Yeah, is he gonna stay in the same place, like fairly
Mm-hmm.
close with the gun on her the whole time?
Yep.
It takes a lot longer than you might expect for her to pull herself even a little bit together and like shakily reach out for the rest of her purse and kind of like hugs it in and stumble a couple times trying to get up, cringing when she drops, just kind of waiting for the gun to go off. And eventually will, pathetically make her way towards the door, backing the whole way like she's just waiting for the gun to go off, really.
Mm-hmm. I imagine she eventually leaves, right?
Oh yeah, it takes her a distressing amount of time, but yeah, eventually once the door's shut, you can hear the crunch of the gravel. This isn't a really classy parking lot. You can hear her like just bolting.
He'll eventually put the gun back in his pocket. I'm assuming, unless a certain somebody's going to say something. He starts to walk towards the door, waiting till she drives away, though.
Sorry, Bob popped in. Um, yeah, she takes off, and there's a vague, brief pause, and eventually what you'll hear is like the tippity tap of nails, kind of on the door.
He'll open the door.
And yeah, there she is.
Have anything to say?
She kind of, she thinks about it for a second. The eyes kind of tip up thoughtfully. She shakes her head.
Tosses the gun. There was no bullets in it as he's walking towards his car.
Oh, no, that's just mean.
Looks over his shoulder. What? Think about it. When she wakes up tomorrow, none of the best meal she's gonna have.
I'm certain it will be.
I purge. I don't hurt innocent people.
Look at you.
You take the gun back and put it in his, puts it in his jacket. So, as long as you keep that in mind, you and I have no problems. Or any of your organizations and I don't have any problems.
No,
But
I
if I
just
see
have to worry
one,
about everyone else,
they obey me.
And yeah, when she hands back the gun, she'll slide up alongside to walk with him. It depends on whether or not he'll let her, but the
He
goal is
does.
to slide in, hand her the gun, and slip the arm around
He doesn't
the small
stop
of his
her.
back.
He doesn't stop her. They obey me and they know what's good. As long as your organization keeps the good, we're all fine. But anyone doesn't. If I see one
Nice.
innocent hair, one of my people's blood on the streets, then you know who's coming for you.
Oh, I sincerely doubt you'll have to worry about it.
I'm just making sure you're aware.
Oh,
And you
we're
want
crystal clear.
and I wanted you to see. And I mean what I say.
Absolutely crystal.
Consider that a show of interest. Pats her hand as he's opening the door to his car. Your move. So you close it and he fucking, you know what? Yeah, he will. He'll play the game and he'll start to, looks like he's about ready, getting ready to drive off.
You close the door, and she, you know what? Especially if you are gearing up like you're just gonna fucking leave her there. I mean, she just kind of casually leans over to like prop the elbows, crossed the bottom of his window.
Rolls it down.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Tempting though. Roll it down. She just kind of affects a light tilt of the head. You're just gonna leave me in a dumpy parking lot.
Can't make everything too easy now, can I?
It's a grin.
Wouldn't be much fun, would it?
Here I thought your kind would mark territory more frequently.
I already marked you.
And these things do wear off over time.
I do like when I've been marking you all the time. It's nice when someone else shows interest for a change. The engine starts. Not driving away though, but just
She
starting the engine.
casually just reaches in and doesn't go for him, actually. Just with the most devilishly playful smile, hitches up a grab on, the bar above the window. Just kind of glances over to see if it's anything that gets a response.
Not yet.
Hmm. Well then. let's see how it is. And she just, like, straight up drops the hand, drops the other to the base of the rolled down window, and literally heaves herself in straight across his lap.
There's like a surprise, like eyebrow raise, like, oh.
Yeah, she just hauls herself in quickly through the window, giving a twist as she finally gets in, and so she's got kind of her butt on his lap and her feet hanging out the window.
All right then.
Well, you can't do all that and just leave me hanging. That's just mean.
Suppose not.
No.
Come on, we'll book a hotel room.
Oh, we've moved up to a hotel room. It's an eyebrow waggle and a mischievous grin.
A fancy one.
Oh, we've even moved up to fancy hotel room. We skipped a couple steps.
Maybe I just want to enjoy myself for a night as he's driving.
Is he gonna drive off with her literally just sat in his lap like that?
Yeah, doesn't give a shit.
She seems very amused that he's not gonna, like, fuss at her to get into fucking position or get into place.
Power, Katie. Power. Who's the man? Anton's the man. You know, it's that logic.
Anton gets to participate, at least unless he bats her off in some distracted driving.
No, God, no. He's too busy riding that Shuttleord high.
Yep, it's one of those things where she kind of pulls herself up a little bit, gets into more of an upright sit instead of a flop across his lap, and yeah, while he's driving, isn't going to do anything too fucking lewd, but is going to see if she can distract him a bit because it's fun.
Did you want to end it there? But
yes.